Hello, welcome to my channel, Lady D. So this will be my reading for the full moon that is happening in Cancer on the 7th of the month, so 7th of January at 10:07 a.m. Sydney time. So for the other side of the world, it will be the 6th. So with this full moon, it is going to be a very strong full moon. It could be very emotional because we are in Cancer with the moon at its strongest point because it is ruled by Cancer. We've also got aspects to Chiron, so we'll be squaring Chiron, and there's also an opposition to Mercury. And also there's aspects to Uranus. So it's a intense, crazy time. It can cause, I feel like it's going to create some hiccups and some battles in terms with like family, with other people. It is a time where you're really going to have to think before you speak. I feel like with this Chiron aspect, you're going to be dealing with people sort of victim mentality or making excuses as to why they can't do something, instead of just going ahead and doing it. And it's also about releasing. We have a release with the full moon, so it is about releasing. But I feel like we're in this first week of January, so even though we've got these two planets or a couple planets still in retrograde, there is still time, or still now's the time to start planning to move forward and planning what you want to implement for this year and what you want to do for this year. We are looking with Uranus. They can bring up some unexpected surprises. So maybe you may hear from someone you haven't heard from in a while, or to do with like family or hiccups in their house. There could be just unexpected surprises coming up. When I look at Uranus, I don't see it as as bad. I see most of the time I find Uranus brings positive and brings something good surprises in. Although sometimes, because you are dealing with unpredictable, unexpected things, sometimes it can be not positive. The more things that I feel like is more going to be the victim mentality, because we've got the aspect of Chiron, and with the Mercury that's opposite the moon where this happens, it's going to bring about, and we're also looking at Mercury and the Sun are going to meet up too, so not long afterwards. So it is all about communication, where we're thinking and planning ahead. But just remember, because it's in retrograde, this Mercury, things aren't going to go according to plan. That's why I say think before you speak, because you might find tensions will arise up with this, and things going to be haywire and not going the way that you like it or the way you want it to be. Even the way I've done this video, there's problems with it. I'm doing this first part again. So it's just things aren't really going up, because it does also affect things that you're doing. Any sort of travel plans on the roads, be careful, because with these retrogrades, it can also cause a bit of havoc with that. By the time we come forward next week, we will be having Mars going direct, so it's going to give us a big push to definitely be more motivated and to go further, be more sociable and going out there. So it will get a bit better. And then after the week after that, on the 19th, we will be seeing Mercury going direct too. So what else with this full moon? It's going to be about releasing emotional issues where we don't feel isolated. We feel isolated and alone, because we are dealing with the home, so security, where home is usually where you feel most secure. So things where you don't feel right, we can be in a healing aspect coming up with this too, with this this full moon. We're also going to get rid of things that don't serve us anymore. This could be people. I feel like you're going to have, especially friendships, maybe not serving you, cutting ties with people and people coming and going. But I do feel like it's going to be a bit clear out of people we don't need anymore too. And we want to feel safe, we want to feel secure, not only in our home environment, but also our friendships too. So I feel like there's a little clearing with that too. We've got here, start fresh, make a new start on life and year ahead. So I feel like now's the time to start making these plans, writing down what you want to achieve, what you want to do, and so you can start to work towards that during the year. When towards the end of the month, I feel next month is going to be a month of where we're trying to get things going, and it's going to be different. As I said in my yearly predictions, there's a lot of things happening this year. Think before you speak is going to be a big thing. Please think before you speak, because if you don't, with the Mars that's retrograding in Gemini, with this moon, full moon, about releasing these aspects to the Mercury, it's going to be a bit havoc. And if you don't think before you speak, you're going to say the wrong things and put your foot in it. It's going to cause it to be chaotic. There could be arguments that come up with this. You're trying to be organized and probably trying to structure your words, but it's probably not going to go the right way with it being in Mercury, being in Capricorn. This is going to be about putting people first before you. So about caring for others. There's a nurturing vibe with Cancer. We're looking at caring for others to around you as well. Try to keep motivated. I feel like this is a great week to try and be motivated, go out, have fun, and to some sort of exercise, like start walking. Especially if you're in Australia, we have daylight savings now. The sun's out more if you're in certain states. So it's a perfect time to be more motivated and go out in nature, walking. I feel like this is going to be a big thing for this week coming up with this full moon. I've got here, don't be a victim or think of why you can't do something. This is going to come up a lot with this full moon. You're going to have a lot of excuses coming up. So it's about when you sort of see that, trying to rectify it and change it so you can do something about it. It's like get more involved in others. So trying to get more involved like in friendships and friend groups and social groups. Trying to not just sit isolated, trying to be around people. This is a sign of people, Cancerians with family. We've got the Venus, which is in Aquarius. So again, it's about people. And then here, so things may look greener. Well, you might look for where the grass is greener. So this might be a time where you look to see, are things really better over there, or were they not? And it could be times of making moves, or even like looking at moving house or renovations. This could be popping up with this full moon that's coming up. But I feel like there is this part where people thinking, is the greener grass over there, should I do that or should I stay where I am? There's things that are going to come up this week. Got to be careful with the traffic plans on the roads. Just be very careful. Things may not go according to plan, and a bit of hecticness because of the retrogrades that we have. For the week ahead, I got here, I feel like the week ahead could be quite positive. Be in your own little world. So the way you live, decorate your house the way you want to decorate it. Be in your own little bubble. Have confidence. Fake it till you make it. This is a big thing because we want to start fresh. We want to start new, and we want to start, especially when the retrogrades finish, we want to start moving it forward. So it's going to be about faking it till you make it. To start planting those seeds, to start going forward. Be bold, be bright. Don't let anything stop you. So, don't let negative thoughts, don't let people being negative. If you've got an idea of something you want to do, go ahead and do it. Don't just sit back and be like, oh, should I or shouldn't I? Just go and do it. Be what you want to be. Just, again, not letting people holding you back. I feel like there could be an aspect of people like being a bit negative or holding you back with this Capricorn energy that we've got going on. And it's about, if you want to do something and you really feel like you're passionate about it, you really feel like you want to do it, you want to make these changes, go and do it. Got be savvy, learn something new. So if you want to try something new, I feel like it's a perfect time to go and look at maybe starting a new hobby, starting new things, something to keep you occupied, different with projects, something to keep your mind off things as well. Could be quite good. That's coming up ahead. So that's what I feel like with the planets. As I said, by the time we come back next week, we will have Mars, which will be moving forward, which will give us more of that motivational push to go along, to go ahead. The Saturn is, over this next couple of months, it is going to get quite intense with this last bit in Saturn in Aquarius. So there'll be more things going chaotic with technology, and could be in the world with certain freedoms and stuff, but there's I find Saturn gets stronger and stronger as it goes through the star signs. We just got two and a bit months to go, and we're done with it in Aquarius, and it's going to be moving into Pisces. And we've got the Jupiter moving forward in Aries, which is keeping us motivated. So, Aries, this is your time, first part of the year, to shine. You still do have that Chiron there, but make the best of Jupiter that is going through this sign too. And then we've got the Venus, which is still in Aquarius, and it's moving towards the Saturn here. So Venus in Aquarius, I do feel like it's about, trying to be more social, wanting to go out, and there could be problems that do come up with that. I feel like even for me last week, there was an issue. So, trying to be more social, trying to get out there, but it can be plans. I said plans may not go according to plan. With the Mercury that's coming into retrograde. Well, it's in retrograde, and it's going to go retrograde over the sun. So this could be this week a bit problems with communication, things not going right. Just be patient. Try just really be patient. Do things slower, but also I really do feel like though this week is a big thing to start really planning, writing things down of where you're wanting to go and move forward. And don't worry what people say. If you have an idea, try it out, see where it takes you, implement, make a plan up and then implement it when the retrograde's finished. So let's go, now we'll go to the cards. This also could be about loyalty too, loyalty to family. Cancerians can be a loyal and protective sign against their own family too. They're a family sign. I feel like negotiating contracts could be coming up this week, could be a big thing. And it's kind of like, it's like the fog is still there. We're still trying to navigate where we are at life and we are at things, and sometimes it can be a bit tricky to plan things when we don't know where the actual, the collective or the world is going sometimes. But it is a week about standing your ground as well, keeping full attentions, being very alert to what's happening around you. But at the same time, it is also about moving forward, because you cannot go back. You need to keep pushing through and keep moving forward, keep moving ahead. There is a time too, I do feel like this week we are looking at leadership, we are looking at who's leading, where we're going. There could also be, I feel like by the end of the week there is a fast movement coming ahead here too. People wanting to move further, pick up speed. But when things, it's like also with that, when things are down, for people who are looking for romance and for love, we are with this Venus, it's in Aquarius, we are wanting more freedom, we are wanting stable relationships. We're also looking to the future to these things, as well as our money and growth. We're also trying to have some sort of rationalize and stability in this area as well in our lives. But I feel like there's a big thing with friendships, where if people don't really serve you, and I feel like I'm going more friendships, where it is time to cut some ties too. And also I feel like it's about knowing your own value, but also your own worth as well. That's coming up. And I just feel like it's about fake leaders. Like if fake leaders, people who are not leaders and in those roles, they're really going to be caught out perhaps this week too. But it's almost like too, sometimes with relationships, you're kind of stuck and you're in it together. So no matter what the situation is, you could be just in it together. That's what I feel. But I do feel like it is time to move forward and hurry up, because by the time February comes, I feel like things are going to be in a bit more faster momentum into where we're all heading into the year, and we're all going and wanting to create new things. And I feel like starting up business is going to be a big thing, especially when Mercury going direct in Capricorn. It is going to be all guns blazing. We also have this month, we're going to have Uranus, which is also going to go direct on the 23rd as well. So it's going to be coming up. too. I brought this really cool calendar that I found that has all the retrogrades and the moon phases, all everything on the poster, which I found really, really handy. So let me just see if I can get a channel for you guys too. Let's see. This full moon that is coming in on the 7th of January is going to be quite an intense full moon, where there's going to be quite an explosive event around the world that is going to be an ear-opener and for everyone to listen and look up. There's also going to be a lot of things and buzzings around with technology, with new things coming in, but technology also failing people and people getting frustrated with the problems of technology that's coming in the world today. We want you to all be aware and be open for new things, new possibilities that's going to be coming into your lives and coming into 2023. For the year ahead is going to be an exciting but also yet puzzling and eerie year where there's going to be unexpected changes ahead. Stability is what everyone wants and what everyone is craving, but is not there yet. We wish you a good day and all the best. Okay, so now we'll do the 4 card spread. I'm going to use the four cards that I do. If you're reading for the 4 cards, so look here. So card 1, card 2, 3, card 4. There we go. Card number 1, which is this card here. There could be some emotional things coming up this week ahead for you. It is a time where you might feel a bit, I feel like bare or empty, I'm hearing. There also could be some sort of unexpected baby news perhaps too with this card that I feel. There's a lot of emotions and it's around three people around you, and I feel like it is to do with like your home or inner circle, and there's something that's really been puzzling you or troubling you that you're trying to sort of break free and break out of, and it is about for you to really try to look and navigate to where we're heading, but also I feel like there could be an overthink of like maybe pulling like maybe twisting a muscle or pulling a muscle, perhaps too with this card. Card number 2, which is this card here. So with this card here, you're again doing that reflection and thinking and planting your seeds ahead, thinking about the future. You're quite happy with yourself and confident into where you're going and you're moving into this year. There's something, it could be a return of someone coming back, or people, a surprise visit of some sort, or from someone coming in. There's also, I just feel like with this, you're much more of a standout. I just feel like very positive with this card. And I just feel like you're really planning ahead and you're planting the seeds and you're starting to really work and set goals into where you're going to go. And you're really navigating towards a positive future. Number 3 was this card here. With this card here, you almost want to fly away or hide a little bit. And there's also the card's really blurry, so perhaps maybe needing eyes tested or trying to really focus on what you really need to focus on this life, or draw and phase out things you don't need to focus on. There's also an aspect of wanting to be free, but I feel like it's an aspect of maybe hiding or flying away. Hiding too. There's an uneasy feeling, or you've like kind of like sometimes you have a dreaded feeling or a fear of something coming up, bubbling up to the surface. There is an aspect of feel like of healing or sorting things out around you too with this card. Card number 4. This card, you're very wise and you're bringing on your wisdom. Your energy is very good. It's about moving forward. There's also of seeing what is hidden or what's not there perhaps. There's an angelic energy, so I feel like there are angels around you this week. There's a lot of peacefulness. It is about going out in nature. I feel like will do you good. and spending some time looking at grounding and being steady on your feet. I just feel like there's a lot of like knowledge coming out with you this week, and realizing and waking up to a lot of things that are happening around you this week too. And it's not a week where you're not being fooled. You're quite alert, and you know what people are doing and where the stubbornness of other people are sort of affecting you, and you're breaking free and away from that stubbornness energy that's coming in. So that's my reading for the full moon. It is going to be, I feel like, a hectic but interesting one with unexpected surprises coming up too. So perhaps even family members you haven't heard from could be coming up as well. It is, yeah, I just feel like it's going to be, and we come back, we'll have that Mars moving direct. So thank you for your likes, shares and your comments, and I'll see you for my next video. So bye for now.